good, YouTube? You know who it is.
Tiger Woods.
Chris Jones. Represent physiques and greatness. And I want to, we just got done working out, by the way. Got my post-workout sugars. And we thought it'd be a good idea to show you what's in my gym bag. You know, every superhero, you know, got to have a utility belt. You know, Batman got one, right? This right here, I feel like every serious lifter should have one. Hopefully Vince joins me and invests in some of these goodies, man. Let me show you what I got.
What you got in there, man?
First and foremost, gotta have my panties, man.
What?
And no, I don't wear them. Man, I'm telling you, man, a female gave them to me a while back. Long story. That's a whole other topic for a whole other video. But right before I start to lift some heavy ass weight, I pull these things out.
Like, wait. Another peanut.
I'm just bullshitting. But anyway, this is what I got, man. Gotta have my belt, man. Common fucking sense, you know, protects your back, keeps your core tight, especially when you're doing heavy ass squats and shit like that. You gotta have a belt, man. In my opinion, if you don't want to wear a belt, you don't have to, man. You know, it's just a little advice. And chalk. I've been using a lot of chalk lately, man. You can get this at the Academy Sports Store. Just get you a little chalk, put it on your hands, and it gives you some real good grip, guys. I love it, man. I hardly ever wear my gloves unless my calluses get sore, man. Like, look, show me your hand, Vince.
I don't know if they catch it, but
Vince just ripped a callus in his hand today on back day.
it was horrible.
You know, gotta have my pre-workout. I'm a real cheap guy. I only use it when I'm feeling like shit. If I'm feeling good already, I don't see a point in taking a pre-workout. I only take it when I'm real tired and I need a good pick-me-up. You know what I mean? Got my shaker cup. I put it in my shaker cup and drink it. You know what I mean? Or I just put it straight in my mouth. Whatever, you know? And of course, I got my headphones on deck. You cannot work, in my opinion, you can't go beast mode if you ain't got no beast tunes, man. Hopefully we can figure out some way to show y'all the music we listen to without breaking any copyright rules. You know what I mean? But anyway, gotta have my lifting straps. I hardly use them, but if I'm about to do some real heavy weight and my forearms are real tired, I like to have these just in case. All right? And I just recently bought this. If you ever see any of my chest workout videos, you know I love doing weighted dips. And I hold the dumbbell between my legs. And let's show them a quick clip of how I use this, okay? All right. Wait. Put it through. Snap it on. Make sure it's secure. Lightweight. You see me right here, you see the weight, What you do is you put the chain between the weights, put the belt on your waist, and go ahead and do your dips. Like I said, you can also do pull-ups with this belt, all right? Also, I got some knee wraps. Now, I didn't start using knee wraps until this year, 2012. You know what I mean? I honestly, believe it or not, I always thought knee wraps for fucking wimps, you know what I mean? And I thought it was cheating. But ever since I started squatting 400 pounds below parallel, I started getting real, like, tender pains in my knees when I wake up, you know what I mean? And when I started doing like 900-pound leg presses for reps, I started getting pains in my knees also. So it's a real good idea and a great investment to invest in some knee wraps, guys. Real talk. All right? And also about this shit right here. These are called Versa grips, and pretty much you just wrap it around your wrist, around your wrist, you know. And this right here, get this little leather strap, gives you real good grip. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't like them. They put a lot of stress on my forearms, you know what I mean? They're kind of like fat grips, you know, put a lot of stress on my forearms, and instead of concentrating on my contraction or concentrating on my rolls, I'm feeling a whole bunch of pain in my forearms, so I don't really use them much. I might just give them to a friend, all right? Also, gotta have you a notebook on deck, man. Write down your progress on here, you know what I'm saying? Only time I write down my progress is if I got a new PR. For example, if I've been doing 225 for 8 and I just happen to get 12 reps one day, I'm gonna write down 12 reps and I'm gonna increase it to 235 pounds. That's a good way to determine progress. That's how you grow muscle, progressive strength gains, but try to stay within the rep and try to stay within the hypertrophy rep range. But we'll talk about that a little later. All right? And last but not least, my gloves, which I hardly use anyway. And I got these from Walmart. They only cost like $8. You know what I mean? You know? If you don't know what gloves are, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Maybe you shouldn't be in the gym. Common knowledge, they're gloves. There's nothing to talk about here. Oh yeah. Got my lifting wrist wraps. And that's it. A lot of people keep asking me why I wear this. Also, it should be common sense. They're fucking wrist supporters. As you may or may not know, can you see this? I got a real small fucking wrist, real small wrist, and I got thick forearms. Now, when I go real heavy, like heavy shoulder presses, heavy bench presses, man, I start getting real pains in my wrist. Not bad to where I need to see a doctor. I just feel a lot of tension on my small ass wrist. You know, muscles and shit grow, but I'm sorry, bones don't really grow. So all that pressure on my wrist, I had to buy something like this. Damn, that shit round. Fuck, I'm a fucking beast, man. I'm a round machine. But yeah, I got my wrist supporters, and these cost me like $12. I forgot where I bought them at, but you can Google the shit. They're called Shake, whatever the fuck you pronounce that. And that's it, guys. This is the gym bag of a fucking beast. I recommend you buying a few things if you're serious about your bodybuilding, all right? Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. But before you go, don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe, and holler back at your boy.